You know what? It's one of those days that you want to quell in, but when you have important guests in the house, we have so many amazing guests coming through Omega TV UK, and today is one of them. I'm your host Nana Checha, and I have with me a young man who is the first children's prime minister. Can you imagine? I'm so honored. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So Harry, he's in the person of, should we say Mr. Harry Acheampong? Harry, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
So you went to church with dad and mom today?
Yeah.
How was church?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was last Sunday in the country, leaving to Ghana next week.
Oh, wow. Do I get to come with you? No?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
I don't have space.
We will ask mom and dad, and we want to give mom and dad a big shout out, Mr. and Mrs. Acheampong, for giving us the honor to interview their wonderful son. So tell the world who Harry is.
My name is Harry Acheampong, the first ever UK Children's Parliament Prime Minister.
And before we dive into our conversation, what inspired you to become the PM?
I guess it all started from lockdown, COVID-19, 2019, 2020. I was in year 3. I was younger than this, and I had homework to ask. We had home learning, and one was to read like this fictional newspaper that came out. It was like from an extract of a book. So I read the newspaper. I took one good look at it, and my dad was behind me. So I turned around and told him, I want to make this. And so I did. I made a weekly newsletter. It was called the Weekly Tattler. The newspaper letter would be based off different events, like such as politics, the NHS workers. I did one on PPE.
Oh wow!
That was going for maybe 1 or 2 months. Then after the lockdown, I moved schools, and I felt I wanted to run for school councillor, and I also did that. No one really knew me, but I felt I could give it a shot.
Okay, Harry. So what motivated you to wanted to run for school councillor, especially you had moved schools?
I felt like nothing could really go wrong. I had nothing to lose.
So you were just trying. You were just trying.
Yeah.
Okay, and you won?
Yeah.
Oh wow! And what did you do as a school councillor?
We had weekly meetings, and we discussed what was going on in the school, how we could improve the school. Things to make it fun, more fun for people. We have breaks time and lunchtime, but what extra could we do? What things could we push? I did that in year 5. I had to run twice.
Wow! It means you were doing good.
Times. Yeah, I'd say so myself.
So, after school councillor, but at home, how did mom and dad take it? Like you went to them and said, "I'm going to run for school councillor. I'm going to do this." What did they say?
In the old school where I made the weekly tattler, I ran for school councillor, and I won that in year 3 before lockdown. And so when I told my parents that, I'm gonna run again, my mum told me to stop. My dad said, go for it. And I listened to my dad.
You listened to your dad. Oh, mom. Why do you think mom said stop?
I'm honestly not sure.
You're not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe she, mums, we are very protective, isn't it?
Yeah.
But your mommy's boy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Your mommy. Oh, look, he's laughing. It's mommy's. All boys love their mummies.
Yeah.
You know, does mommy always tell you give her kisses on her cheek? Because that's what I do to my son every day. I say give him. He's 13, and so I say give mommy 13 kisses every day. How many kisses do you give mom on her cheek every day? How old are you?
12.
12. So you give mommy 12 kisses on her cheeks before you go to school.
I should really.
You should. So you became a school counselor, and then now you are but I think you were stepping down, but the first UK children's PM, Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Tell me how that journey started.
I feel like everything's just about school council, because that started from school council as well. In year 6, but both of my parents told me I had to stop now. My dad switched sides. He went with my mum.
So it was a competition in the house.
Yeah, they told me to stop, and I said no.
Wow.
And they said that if I don't stop, I'll be in trouble. So I said fine. We have 15-minute form times every day, like as a class. In the form times, you can do like homework if you like. Every day for 15 minutes, I was working on a speech for school council.
Wow.
My parents didn't know.
They didn't know. Oh, today, oops. Today we've told them they go to, ooh. Wow. So you was, and then what happened?
I wrote the speech. It took me a couple of weeks. I had no help. And I delivered the speech, and more than 3/4 of the class voted for me, and because no one really wrote a speech, it was only me.
Wow.
I did the speech, and I won school council. I was a school councillor for, what's this, for fourth times now.
Wow.
And a couple weeks later, my teacher came to me after a maths lesson. She told me, Harry, there's this thing called the Children's Parliament. Our local MP, David Amos, started it. There's a select committee for water management and sustainability. Our school's part of it. We need one person to represent the school on the select committee. And so she said, she looked at my speech, and given the facts, I wrote it on my own. How would you like to represent us on the select committee in Parliament? And I said, of course. I was really happy. Went home to my parents, told them about how I got chosen. And they said, well, how did you get chosen?
Because they didn't know about the what you were doing in school. Oh, wow. And then, so what did they say?
My mum, she celebrated.
Yeah. And
then
Dad?
she realized that I ran for school council.
Without
Realized that I disobeyed her. The moment of realization.
Yes.
I tried to tell them to look on the bright side. I'm going to Parliament.
Well done. You drew them to your side.
Yeah.
And did they give in?
Yeah.
They give in.
My parents aren't gonna say no to a quick trip to Westminster.
Yes, you're taking them to Westminster.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So they did approve that. And then what happened?
Me and my dad went to Westminster together. And we went. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. We grilled bosses of water companies. The boss of Anglian Water was there as well. So we took a picture after. We got a certificate. It was lovely.
It was lovely. Fantastic. Before we continue, I had the opportunity to witness a speech you gave at your dad's book launch that moved almost everyone. How does your dad affect everything that you do?
I look up to him. I do. He's a really inspirational figure in my life. Founded businesses out. He's made me want to be an entrepreneur as well. I know at school we're doing projects. We'll be making our own business. We're doing the pitch. We'll get money, start the business, and my dad's helping me with that pitch. And I thank him a lot for taking the time to help me, putting everything he can into me, investing in my life. That's what makes me look up to him.
Yeah, fantastic. And I believe mom as well. You're mommy's boy, but you don't get to have your way at home, do you?
Not much, no.
Not much.
No.
When it comes to homework, you can't say I'm the children's PM, so.
I wish.
You wish?
I really wish.
So shout out to mom and dad. You're doing awesome. So tell me, you are also a green campaigner. Who is a green campaigner?
So a green campaigner is basically someone who is concerned with the future of our environment. A famous green campaigner is Greta Thunberg. I know a lot of people might have heard of her before. She's been a green campaigner for quite some time now. I myself can say I've been a green campaigner. I've done for 5 years now.
Wow.
And it all started from that weekly satellite. I did a lot about the ecosystem and the environment and what can we do to help and what can we do to change. Because right now we are on a path to destruction. I said it in my speech.
And we're coming to that. So with you being a green campaigner, you were invited to go to the COP 28 in Dubai, and you were away is it 2 weeks ago or so?
Yeah.
How was the reaction when you got the invitation, first of all?
Well, I was extremely happy. It was a bit overwhelming as well. I've never been to Dubai as well. I've only been to France, Ghana, and that's it really. Those are the only countries I've been to. So Dubai, I've got another country under my belt, I can say. Yeah, it was a really lovely experience.
And you had to choose, it was either mom or dad. So who when he came, who did you think, oh, I know dad went with you, but who really did you wanted to go with?
My mum's never been to any of the programs that I've been invited to because I'm the children's prime minister. She hasn't been to a single one. It's my dad that's taken me around. So I thought about my dad who's taken me to how many places now? A lot. And my mum who's never been before.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide because it's actually pretty tiring. My dad going around all these places, managing the business, taking care of me and my brother. It is tiring. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, but maybe because mom has the baby, isn't it?
Yeah,
mom has a baby. So Harry has a little, the brother. Yeah, so maybe that's why mom hasn't had the time to, so hopefully in the future mom is going to travel with you as well. How about that?
Yeah.
So you went to Dubai. Tell me the experience.
It was surreal from the moment we landed. Everything is so advanced. I compare it to London, and it's just different.
Yeah.
It really is.
I haven't been to Dubai, so tell me what was different.
First off, the weather. We all know the classic old British weather.
I like that, the classic old British weather. Oh, well, yes.
And just whenever you say British weather, it's just rain. Dubai, when I was in a car one time in a taxi, then when I opened the door and came out, if I was to do that in England, it would be instant coldness. I was just thinking it would the cold would just hit my skin. But in Dubai, it was warm, and I was like, wait a minute. I was waiting for the cold to come. I was literally waiting. That's how used to it. That's how used to it I am. And I actually stood there for like a cold, hard 5 seconds.
Waiting for the cold. Harry
didn't come.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, I'm in Dubai.
Yeah.
Then I went on.
And you went and you gave a speech as well.
Yeah, COP28.
Well, could you tell me some of the things you said?
I talked about water management and sustainability. That's the first thing that got me into Parliament. So I talked a little bit about that. You know, in Ghana, all the beaches, they're dumping nasty used clothes onto the beaches. Why?
Yeah.
Talks about that. Yeah, water management and sustainability. Fashion as well. The fast fashion industry. It's not the same thing as, let's say, fast food, because you actually eat the food. But with fashion, you don't keep the clothes for you keep the clothes for a short amount of time. You've got to keep the clothes for longer. I said that in 2000 and 2014. In 2000, they bought less clothes, but they kept them for longer than in 2014. In 2014, they bought more clothes, but they only kept them for half as long. So really, if we're keeping the clothes for half as long, that other half, beaches.
Wow. So what did you tell the world leaders to do?
I told them at COP28, they need to find a way to stop. That's the reason they're there. Not to have the equivalent to a cup of tea in Dubai, but to get their heads down, focus, and find a way to solve this problem. Because I said earlier, we're on a path of destruction. Our kids are inheriting the world that the grown-ups are building today. And our grandkids, they'll be doing the same. So we need to find a way for us to live in peace, and not for everybody to be shoveling garbage off the beaches where we should be enjoying.
Wow. And I bet you got great applause for that. Yes. Yes. So that was an experience for you. So, Harry, if you were to spend a day with an African leader, who would that be?
You know, I forgot the name of the guy. It was the Rwanda leader. There was like a big civil war, I think 1980, and it was massive. After the war, the economy just dipped. It was low. Then this guy, he came and he brought the country to like a safe point.
What was the name again? Bogabi. Kigali.
Yeah.
Kigabi. Kigami. Okay. So Kigami, is it the guy?
Yeah.
Kigami.
Pretty sure.
All right. So because he's brought Rwanda up, because Rwanda is doing very well now, isn't he?
It is.
So he's the one you want to spend time with and learn from.
Yeah, because when you spend time around people like that, you'll become into that person. And so I would say don't spend time with bad people, because you'll become a bad person. Well, once I spend time, if I was to spend time with him, I'm sure I would learn a lot from him.
Of how he was able to build a country.
Yeah, exactly. That's a very hard task to do.
Wow. Congrats to this wonderful leader. And also, you know, that is an African leader, but the whole world. You went to COP28, you met all these leaders, but then as a children's PM, if you had another opportunity to spend with a leader from the world, who would that be?
You know, I really admire Barack Obama. Well, when he started, no one really knew him. I watched his video. It was a speech that he gave. He said the video is titled "The Speech That Made Obama President." That was one of the best speeches I've ever heard.
Do you want to share some with me?
I can't really remember it word for word, but it was mesmerizing.
Is it
incredible?
I'll go and check it out. I'll go and check it out. Thank you for. So it's President Obama. Have you tried to reach out to him?
We had a meeting. He has a school in, I think it's Kenya, the Barack Obama school. I've had 1 or 2 meetings with them, couple other schools as well. I think that's the closest I've managed to get to him.
Yeah.
But I definitely will keep trying, because he seems like an incredible guy. He does. And he's taught us that nothing is impossible. Go for it, because what's the worst that can happen?
Fantastic. So keep trying, because you never know. Maybe he's watching you. I bet he's ahead of you and the amazing things that you're doing. So from our conversation, I've seen that you love this water sustainability subject. So is this something that you're going to continue, even though you're 12 and you're going to step down? Is this something that you pass it on to your successor?
Definitely. I mean, you can't stop, and if they do, then I'll force them to carry on.
Fantastic.
It's something that's not only dear to me, but dear to the hearts.
You wanna sip some drink? Yes, I would say.
It's dear to the hearts of not only me, but the Children's Parliament as a whole. That select committee, there are, I think, 15 to 20 kids there, and they all had their questions prepared. Somebody had like a big binder of notes, and they were full of questions that they were going to ask. That's something that they take seriously. That's how you know somebody's going to take it seriously. And I hope that the next Children's Parliament Prime Minister will take it very seriously as well, because I'm passing on the power, and I hope they not only do as well as me, but better. You are a great leader. That is what a leader does. When they are passing it on, whoever is going to succeed have to be better. And so you are fantastic. So what does Harry do to have fun? What does the Prime Minister do, the Children's Prime Minister do to have fun? I'm a big fan of football.
Oh.
So some people say it's a religion.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
I would say it is. Some people, they're even football experts. Like experts dedicating like a huge part of their life to football. Something that really brings people together. I support Manchester City.
Hey, you support Manchester City? Really? Do you want to know the team that I support? Do you want to know? I'll tell you. So Manchester, they've had so many coaches. Which of the coaches stood out for you?
For Manchester City, it's got to be the current one, Pep Guardiola. Recently, he won the treble last season.
Yeah.
That they played some incredible football, out of this world.
Wow. Do you get to play for your school?
Yeah, I'm in the school team. I'm a striker. Then I play for a club on Sundays as well. I remember 1 week I had 4 football matches in 1 week.
Wow.
4. I don't know how I managed to play all of them.
And then do your homework as well?
Yeah, do my homework as well.
And do the PM's job as well? Give me a high five. You're fantastic. Well done. But before you go, Harry, what do you want to tell the youth of today? I bet you see what's in the news. You see the gang crime and all that. What as a children's prime minister, what would you want to say to the youth?
Keep going, please. Because there's no point giving up. You've got to try your hardest in every single thing you do. Otherwise, there's no point. I don't care if you succeed, but you're not trying your absolute hardest. Because that's how you get real success.
Fantastic. Wow. You're awesome. And what would you want to tell mom and dad?
I want to tell them that sometimes it may not seem like it. We've had some rough moments, but I love you, and you've given up so much for me. It actually really means a lot.
So there you have it, our wonderful Harry Acheampong, who is the first. He's Ghanaian, he's British, but the first UK children's prime minister, right? And I bet you have enjoyed your term.
Definitely have.
You have. And I also want to say thank you so much for coming to spend your afternoon with us and motivating and inspiring us and inspiring everyone who watched the show. What will be your final words to all of us, especially as we are rounding up?
On the last comment I just said, keep going. Thank you for watching as well, because some in my school people say, oh, you're really, really, really famous, but really, if you look at all the other really big people out there, then I think you'll forget about me. But try, do everything to the best of your abilities, because as I said earlier, that's real success. And when you feel what real success is, when you feel it, you want to feel that every second of your life. And that's the reason you have to keep going, to try your hardest.
Fantastic. Well done, well done, well done. So we are so grateful, thankful to have Harry Acheampong with us this afternoon. I hope you have learned something from this young, amazing gentleman. And as a parent, you want to motivate, inspire, and help your children to achieve their dreams or go for their dreams. Thank you so much for watching. Until we come your way next year, we are thankful to all our viewers, those who share, those who comment, those who support Omega TV UK and the Nana Cheche Show. We say thank you. Until next time, enjoy the festive season and see you next